And heat number 1, as they line up, it'll be Stephen Lindo and Trevor Burge on the front row, Jim Johnson and Jason Holder on the second row, Joel Neff and Charles Weaver on the third row, Skylar Massey and Jonathan Orapollo on the fourth row. And Orapollo has not gridded, everybody else has. Now the question is, will anybody pull a Garmy tonight? We saw Isaac Salas pulling the Garmy earlier. We'll see if anybody at the front of this field decides to try anything here tonight and have a little bit of entertainment for us. Pace truck will take them around one more time around this 3/4 mile track. 14-degree banking in the turns and 2-degree banks on the straightaways. Remember, the Outlaws do reset track state to 0 use between each session, so every heat and the feature, warm-ups, practice, everything, everybody starts at the same track state. No advantage to anybody. Pace truck about to dive off, and we will go green flag racing. Pace truck is in. Heat number 1 begins right now. Green flag in the air. And let's see how they go down into turn 1, as there was a little bit of a checkup mid-pack. Oh, we've got Jim Johnson. A hard hit. He goes backwards a couple of spots. Gets the car straightened out and keeps going. Here comes Joel Naff to the outside. And Skylar Massey in the back. Don't expect him to stay back there long, but Trevor Burge in the front, and he is clipping that grass going into turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Lindo currently in second. Jason Holder in third. Charles Weaver up on the high side in fourth. Looks like Charles Weaver came to show him what he's got here tonight. Jim Johnson managing to hold on to 5th place after starting in 3rd, after getting hit and going backwards. But Joel Naff now looking to the inside, going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And Joel Naff is going to take 5th. Now he'll set his sights on Charles Weaver. Meanwhile, Trevor Bird starting to open up a little bit of a lead, almost a full second right now. Lindo in second, just trying to hold on to that position with 5 laps to go. Jason Holder starting to close in, but Charles Weaver right there, the rookie, up to the high side. He might be in this battle. As they continue to battle for third, he does a crossover move. Gets his nose to the inside, can't hold it. The battle for third, though, definitely heating up with Weaver up on the high side. Interesting line he is running. Not seen that one done in quite some time, but he is making it work. He looks down to the inside, coming off turn 2. Will he have enough? He is side by side down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, it's going to be the rookie Charles Weaver to 3rd place now. 2 laps to go, and Trevor Burge has got the lead and continues to open it up just a little bit, just over a second over Stephen Lindo in 2nd place. Charles Weaver now in 3rd. Jason Holder fighting back. Jim Johnson now back up into 5th, getting back by Joel Naff. White flag is in the air for Trevor Burge. Lindo in 2nd. Charles Weaver now starting to open up a little bit of a gap in third. Jim Johnson currently running in 5th place. And Trevor Burge takes a win in heat number 1. Stephen Lindo comes home 2nd. Charles Weaver is 3rd. Jason Holder 4th. Jim Johnson is 5th. Joel Neff and Skylar Massey rounding out the field. Dakota will be happy with Skylar's finishing position. Heat number 2 will be Nolan Green and Cody Olson on the front row, Brian Lawson and Graham Nucky on the second row, Patrick Coluccio, Kevin Martin on the third row, and Tom Rule is being scored as starting last in 7th place. We'll have to see. He is not gridded, and I don't believe he qualified, so he may not be in the race. All right, Nolan Green gets him rolling off. Cody Olson on the high side, then Brian Lawson, Graham Nucky right behind him. And you've got Patrick Coluccio and Kevin Martin lurking in the back. Odd situation to see those two guys. Uh-oh, Graham is starting to blink. And if his son is watching, stand still, buddy. Nope, that was the wrong way. Yep, okay, there you go. Stay right there. All right, pace car will lead him around one more time as Graham is blinking. Somebody make sure his garage door is open and he's getting good signal there in Australia. And looks like nobody is going to take up the mantle for Garmy here in the big blocks tonight. All right, pace truck about to drop off, and we will begin heat number 2. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air, and a little bit of chaos on the start as Graham Nucky just completely disappears at the start, and a lot of chaos behind. Kevin Martin is caught in that. I think Patrick Coluccio might have caught a piece of it. Nolan Green and Cody Olson, though, continuing to battle up front. Don't notice a thing. Nolan Green to the lead now. Cody Olson right there with him, though. And Nolan using that high line to carry the momentum up off the turn. He's making it work so far. Can Cody Olson do anything with him? Cody's got to run down on the bottom, up off turn 4. They are side by side, but Nolan gets another good run, middle of the front stretch, but he is starting to lose ground here. As Cody Olson gets his nose out in front. Every lap, Cody Olson getting just a little bit further ahead. And that time he gets a lot further ahead and takes the lead. Nolan Green now to second. Brian Lawson up to third. Patrick Coluccio up to fourth. Fifth is Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin in the wall in turns 1 and 2. Manages to keep the car going the right way. Skylar Massey dropping into the chat just to let Dakota know he is still in the back. Cody Olson continuing to lead and starting to open up a bit of a gap on Nolan Green here. Meanwhile, Brian Lawson might be starting to just very slowly pick up and be getting to the leaders. just a little bit faster than the leaders last time by. But we're coming down to 2 to go. Can he do anything with them with so little time left? And last time by, actually, Brian Lawson was the fastest car on track. 2 laps to go. Brian Lawson will be one to watch in the feature, folks. He is picking up speed as the track starts to come in and slick off. Cody Olsen, though, takes the white flag for heat number 2. One more time around. Nolan Green in second. Brian Lawson third. Patrick Coluccio fourth. Kevin Martin is in fifth. Graham Nucky is in sixth. They'll come across the start-finish line and finish heat number 2 that way. Olsen winning, Green in second, Lawson third, Coluccio fourth, Martin fifth, and Nucky is sixth. And what a battle at the start of this race between Olsen and Nolan Green. Be interesting to see these two go side by side here in the feature. Just a couple of minutes of warm-up. Slider Stephen Lindo is out on track, as is Jim Johnson. Brian Lawson, will have to watch him very closely in the feature. After just a few laps, he started gaining on him very quickly. With the longer feature race, Brian Lawson might be able to get up there and run away with it, as he was the fastest as the track wore in. And Joel Neff coming in, laying down a very fast lap in warm-up. And he was back there battling in the top 5 most of that race. We'll have to see if he can get up there and do something with these leaders. Joel said during practice he was having a hard time getting a handle on these cars, but he is still second fastest, so. Watching the lap times, he is 2/100ths of a second off Trevor Burge. I think Joel might have a little something for the leader right now. Just 30 seconds left in the warm-up. And currently, Joel Naff still has the second fastest lap out there. So he's going to be another one in addition to Trevor Burge, Brian Lawson, and a few other guys. They're going to be some cars to watch come to the front in this feature. And a wheelie by Joel Naff as he gets the wall at the start-finish line as the checkers come out. All right, it is time to line up for the feature event. Up front, it will be Nolan Green and Stephen Lindo, followed by Cody Olsen and Trevor Burge. Charles Weaver and Brian Lawson on the third row. Jason Holder and Patrick Coluccio on the fourth row. Jim Johnson and Kevin Martin round out the top 10. Joel Naff is 11th. Graham Nucky is 12th. Skylar Massey is 13th. And Tom Rule and Jonathan Oropalo appear to not be racing. This time it will be Cody Olson starting right behind Nolan Green. Skylar Massey saying, "Here goes nothing." There's Skylar back there in the 96 car. We'll keep a close eye on him. But another one we're going to watch closely, that one car, Joel Naff, extremely fast in the warm-up. But in the heats, Brian Lawson, as the track came in, he got faster and faster and was running the leaders down. With some more time and the track slicking off quicker, we might see him make his way to the front. And of course, you never count out guys like Lindo, like Olson, like Burge, Patrick Coluccio, Jim Johnson, Kevin Martin. None of these guys are out of it until the final checkered waves. Pace truck will take him around one more time. Trevor Burge came into tonight leading the points. Cody Olson comes into tonight second in points. They start third and fourth. There's Cody Olson on the inside. Trevor Burge on the high side. And Skylar Massey at the back. Expect to see him up front before this thing is over. He is going for win number 2 tonight, but right now the pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Who's it going to be? Oh, and the 55 gets sent off. There is a wreck at the front. No caution yet. There it is. There is the caution. It looked like the 55, we're going to have to look at this from a couple of angles. It looked like the two lead cars get together and both of them are impacted along with several others. Lindo has some difficulty getting to pit road as well to get his fast repair. That definitely shakes things up just a little bit as Cody Olson and Trevor Burge both make it through that, so they'll restart in first and second. Looked like when both of those drivers got on the gas there at the start, both Nolan Green and Lindo both hit the gas, and both of them, their cars just kind of met in the middle, like there was a magnet between them, and caused some chaos right at the front. Several guys picked up 2, 3, almost everybody picks up 2 spots. Skylar Massey, Graham Nucky, Joel Naff and Kevin Martin each pick up 3 spots on that exchange. And what a way for this race to start. I guarantee you they're going to be a lot more careful on the next restart. Everybody's going to ease into the gas instead of smashing it down. Looks like the lights are out on the pace truck, and it looks like they may be lining up single file for this one. Yes, indeed. They are lining up single file for the restart. Definitely giving the advantage to Cody Olson here. He'll have control of the restart. Jim Johnson went to pit road. Lindo went to pit road. Those were the only 2 cars to hit pit road, and I'm sure Lindo went for repairs. He took the brunt of that incident. Pace truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. Cody Olson with the advantage, starting up front, single file, but we're already getting some 2x2, and Kevin Martin, I believe, up in the wall. And Skylar Massey gets caught. Caution is out. And it looks like Skylar Massey, Nolan Green, and Graham Nucky all kind of meet in the middle there. Not the way these guys are wanting this race to go so far, but a rough start for everybody. Graham Nucky had to be towed to pit road, so he is the only car currently on pit road. We'll see if Skylar Massey comes to pit road as well. And Nolan comes to pit road. Skylar Massey is going to stay out. Cody Olson continuing to lead, and Trevor Burge in second. Charles Weaver is third. Brian Lawson fourth. Jason Holder fifth. Lights still on the pace car. They'll go around at least one more time. Stephen Lindo really catching the brunt of the first couple of incidents. Although Nolan Green caught a bit of both of them as well. Both of those cars having to use repairs early. They will try a single file restart again. You know Cody Olson just wants this thing to stay green. Give him a chance to get away. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. 26 laps to go here at Lakeland. Everybody makes it through turn one okay this time. As Joel Knapp starting to fight his way towards the front. He gets by Patrick Coluccio, up to 7th. He was one of the cars we talked about needing to watch tonight. Another one, Brian Lawson, is now up to 4th. And he just gets faster as the track gets broke in. Newcomer Charles Weaver up there. Graham Nucky coming back up off pit road. Cody Olson, meanwhile, cannot get away from Trevor Burge. The battle for the lead is continuing. Trevor Burge now looking to the inside. And Cody gets a better run up off the high side, but Trevor working the bottom, trying to get further and further up every corner. Cody Olson trying to share the same real estate. And Stephen Lindo starting to make his way back toward the front as well. He is now up to 6th. And he's got Joel Knapp right there with him. Jason Holder currently in 5th. The top 4 you could fit under a blanket. They're so close right now. Cody Olson continuing to lead, but Trevor Burge is not giving him any kind of distance here. Trevor having moved his lineup just a little bit, trying to find a way around. Meanwhile, Charles Weaver is right there. Last time by, though, Stephen Lindo came around with the fastest lap of the race so far. He's got Jason Holder and Joel Neff right with him. They are nose to tail around here. Newcomer Charles Weaver definitely staying with this top group. Impressive run for his first time with the Outlaws. Brian Lawson currently running in 4th. Lindo, as we mentioned, now back up to 5th, trying to run down that top 4. Jason Holder 6th. Joel Neff is in 7th. Patrick Coluccio currently running 8th. Jim Johnson 9th. And Nolan Green mired back in 10th, having a heck of a battle with Kevin Martin. Kevin's car has significant right side damage, but he is still in this fight. Skylar Massey currently 11th, Graham Nucky in 12th. Skylar looks to be 1 lap down, Graham Nucky 2 laps down. Cody Olson finally opening up a little breathing room. 0.4 of a second over Trevor Burge. Charles Weaver right there with him. And Stephen Lindo 1 second back, but that 1 second gap is closing very quickly. And it's worth noting now that the track is starting to slick off, this is where Brian Lawson really started coming in during the heat. He started making moves forward and had the fastest. Caution is out. Jim Johnson involved. And it looks like Jim Johnson and I believe Nolan Green getting together there on corner entry in turn number 1. As we were saying, Brian Lawson was definitely fastest as the track wore in during the heats. We'll see if he can use that to his advantage now that the track is starting to slick off. Bit of a rough one so far here at Lakeland tonight. Kevin Martin now coming to pit road. Jim Johnson currently staying out on track. And looks like Jim's car has got a bit of damage. We'll have to wait and see if he makes a last minute decision to pit. Looks like some pretty heavy body damage on the 39, but doesn't seem to be affecting the handling any. And he's got a little bit of damage on both sides of that car. And they will stack back up side by side this time. Cody Olson's got to be a little bit worried about that, giving Trevor Burge that inside line. Cody Olson choosing to start on the outside. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Trevor Burge gets a huge restart. Off into turn 1, and Cody Olson now having to fight back up on the high side. Down the back straightaway, Cody gets back, just gets the nose alongside. We'll see if he can make something happen here. But we've got a car coming up the middle. It is Steve Slider Lindo making his way on the bottom and charging towards the front here. And now Jason Holder fighting back on the outside. Back up front, Trevor Burge still in the lead. Cody Olson has dropped to the low side, trying to make something happen. And what did we say? Brian Lawson right there in third as the track just seems to be coming to him now. But Charles Weaver fighting back on the bottom for third. And quite a battle going on here now. Trevor Burge opening up a lead, but everybody behind him battling for every position. Jason Holder right there battling with Charles Weaver, who's trying to find a way around. Brian Lawson gets turned around. Caution is out. Let's see if Lawson had help or if that was just... Oh, Charles Weaver just gives him a little bit of a tap off into the corner. Now all that ground Brian Lawson had made up as he got faster, as the track came to him, he's going to have to work all the way back to the front. Skyler, here goes nothing. Massey has now made his way into the top 10. He is now up into 9th. After predicting himself for a last place finish and rage quitting tonight, here he is over halfway through the race and currently being scored in 9th place. We'll have to see which lane Trevor Burge decides to restart in this time. And did Cody Olson learn anything from from choosing to start on the high side last time? Will he be able to get back around Trevor here? Coming down the back straightaway, and Trevor Burge choosing to restart on the bottom again. Cody Olson now on the high side. Jason Holder in third. Slider Stephen Lindo in fourth. Brian Lawson, after that incident, being scored back in 11th. We'll see if he can make his way back through the field. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. 13 laps to go at the line. Cody Olson gets a great restart this time. He's going to be side by side through 1 and 2. And it looks like Joel Naff is making some power moves middle of the field, as he gets back up into 7th place. And Skyler Massey back to 8th place, but he has got Brian Lawson down there to the inside. And a lot of leaning on each other in these cars here tonight. Back up front, Trevor Burge, Cody Olson still battling it out side by side. It's going to be Cody Olson to the lead. Trevor Burge is not done with him yet, though, on the bottom. Side by side at the start-finish line. The difference measured in thousandths of a second. At the line, they touch briefly. They're 3 wide as Slider Stephen Lindo gets in there. Lindo on the bottom. Off turn number 4, they're still 3 wide, but Cody Olson gets a great run and takes the lead. Lindo is not done yet. Burge is not done. Burge sends it in and spins. Caution is out. And he just sent it down in there. Cody Olsen now back to the lead. Trevor Burge losing a lot of positions here. Brian Lawson has made his way back up into 7th. That gives hope for all the Trevor Burge fans out there. He'll be restarting back in 12th. Currently is Cody Olsen up front with Slider, Steven Lindo, Jason Holder in 3rd. Coluccio is 4th now, picking up a lot of positions so far. Jim Johnson to 5th. Joel Naff having a great run in 6th. Brian Lawson 7th. Kevin Martin 8th. Charles Weaver back to 9th. Graham Nucky in 10th. Skylar Massey back in 11th. Trevor Burge will restart in 12th. Trevor Burge came into tonight with the points lead. Cody Olsen was 2nd in points. If Trevor Burge does not make it back to the front very, very quickly, the points could dramatically change after this race. Lights are out on the pace car. Obviously, Cody Olsen learned something from those previous restarts. It looks like, no, they're going to go single file restart on this one. Looked like he was setting up to restart on the low side, realized it was single file, and he gets to control everything. And Brian Mansfield saying in the chat that Graham Nucky is about to go to the front. We will see if Graham can get it done. Pace truck is back in. Green flag is back in the air. Cody Olsen managing to hold off a hard-charging Lindo at the green, but how much longer can he do it? Meanwhile, Joel Naff trying to pick up some positions mid-pack. Hasn't been able to get around Jim Johnson yet, but he is right there on the back bumper. Lindo now up to the high side, about to have a battle for 3rd as Coluccio's looking high on Jason Holder. Nothing yet, but Holder trying to hold that bottom line. Coluccio is up to the top. Holder changes his line. Coluccio dives low. And now put Jim Johnson in that mix. Trevor Burge has recovered to 10th place right now as he battles his way back to the front. Brian Lawson now up to 6th. And the track definitely coming to Lawson. He is the fastest on track at the moment. 7 laps to go. Cody Olsen still holding on to it. He has got almost an 0.8 of a second lead over Lindo. Jason Holder in 3rd, still managing to hold off a very fast Coluccio. But Brian Lawson, the track has definitely been coming to him all night. He is starting to get into this battle. Jim Johnson appears to have the track coming to him, but now we've got Brian Lawson to the high side. He's going to clear Coluccio there. 5 laps to go. Now Brian Lawson up into 4th. Holder in 3rd. Olsen way out front. Almost a full second lead now. And Jason Holder now comes under the attack of Brian Lawson. 4 laps to go. Lawson right there to the inside. Can't get around him. He gets around him this time. Holder into the wall. Lawson to 3rd. Several cars get by. Holder drops back to 8th. Joel Naff now in the top 5. Holding off a very fast Patrick Coluccio. Huge shout out to him. Cody Olsen continuing to just coast around the track. 1.5 second lead over Lindo. Lindo's got to be watching his mirror closely with 3 laps to go. Brian Lawson is coming. Jim Johnson gets up to 4th. Joel Naff now in 5th. Coluccio is 6th. Trevor Burge has recovered to 7th place. We might have spoke too soon because here comes Trevor Burge to the bottom. And he is going to try and get Coluccio here as the white flag comes out. Trevor Burge now in 6th, still trying to clear Coluccio. He's not going to be able to do it. But back up front, Cody Olsen coming out of turn number 4 has an almost 2 second lead and wins the day. Stephen Lindo comes home 2nd. Brian Lawson, great recovery for 3rd. Jim Johnson to 4th. Joel Naff into 5th. Patrick Coluccio is 6th. Trevor Burge recovers to 7th. Charles Weaver back in 8th. Jason Holder 9th. And Graham Nucky finishes 10th. Kevin Martin is 11th. Skylar Massey comes home in 12th. What a battle that was. Let's see if we can talk to our winner. Hey, Cody, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what a dominant win.
I don't know if it's dominant. I think Trevor and Lindo definitely had something for me tonight.
You had apparently a bad call restarting on the high side on one of those restarts, and it put Trevor in front of you for a bit. That next caution beneficial, or would you have been able to get back to him?
No, I was kind of hoping the outside was going to come in, and then it did late there. It finally, I ran through the middle entry and then kind of ran it up above the slick. And it finally came in. I just made the call on that restart to go to the top too soon.
Well, regardless, you end up with an almost 2 second lead at the end with all that battling going on behind you. Lindo, you were running faster than Lindo, and in some cases faster than everybody on track those last 5 laps.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I definitely feel like I picked up a little bit of speed when it slicked off there at the end, but that track was getting so roughed on the front and the back that, yeah, it was kind of hard to hold on. I was just pedaling it till I seen that white flag.
Well, man, you get the win, and I believe you'll take the points lead from Trevor Burge tonight.
That'd be awesome. Hell yeah.
All right, man. Congratulations. Great win, buddy.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it, man.
All right. 3rd place finisher Brian Lawson is waiting. Hey, Brian. This is Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. I got you. How are you?
Man, I'm good. What a comeback.
Thanks, man. That was fun. That was definitely fun. When I got up to about 6th or 7th or 6th or 5th, I thought, geez, I'm going to be tickled pink with him coming back to a 5th, and then I kind of find that outside groove working good, and wound up getting 4th and 3rd. So it was a hard fought 3rd place, but it was enjoyable.
Well, during your heat, you actually started coming on, and the last half of your heat, you were the fastest car on track. Obviously, this track came to you all night.
Yeah, it seemed to, once it slicked off a little bit, I kind of liked that high groove, and once that bottom slicked off a little bit and the high groove opened up, it kind of worked in my favor. So, I kind of find myself the first half of the race just trying to be safe and be in a position, and then, push when I've got my groove, so to speak.
Well, you definitely pushed at the right time tonight and made a heck of a comeback. From your furthest back was 11th and come back to 3rd. Congratulations, man. That was a heck of a run.
Thanks, Doug. And thank you guys for the broadcast. Thank Outlaw United Racing. These guys put on a great league. And looking forward to next week.
All right, man. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking to you again then.
Oh, and congrats to Cody, too. Great run, man.
All right, man. All right, and I do not see Mr. Lindo of... Oh, wait a minute. There he is. Haha. Hang on a second. Hey, Steve, this is Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir. How's it going, Doug?
Hey, man, pretty good. A second place finish and an up and down kind of race, but I guess you really can't complain, all things considered.
No, I'm pretty happy with that after having to go to the back after well, barely the initial start there. And I'm surprised I was able to fight my way back up there with all the talent we have in this field.
If you'd gotten one more late race caution, would you have had anything for Cody at the end?
I think I could have stayed close, but I don't think I could have passed him. I was staying pretty close to him after that last restart, but I ended up screwing up on my lines a couple times, trying to get more speed. And then what really sealed it with me dropping way back as I run into the wall going into 3 and 4. I went to set the car and caught the wall with the back tire.
Well, regardless of that, you managed to hold off a hard-charging Brian Lawson and come from the back after an early incident. A lot of chaos on track tonight, but what a recovery.
Yes, sir. It was fun and all everything that happened, I guess.
All right, man. Congratulations. Like I said, a great finish, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Doug.
All right, Stephen Lindo comes home second. Cody Olson getting the win, though, and a heck of a night of racing. A lot of chaos and a lot of excitement tonight. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for XCal Street Stocks again from USA, but on the asphalt. Wednesday night, we'll be back with the Outlaw Cup Series, followed by the Outlaw Limited Late Model Series, and more to come. Make sure you check out the website, htsai.net. Follow us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. You can find all the links there. Thank you guys so much. It has been a lot of fun tonight. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Have a great night.